You're standing up right now watching this video, and in the next few minutes your posture could look noticeably better without buying anything, without doing an intense workout, and without forcing yourself to stand up straight all day. Sounds too good to be true? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll feel taller, lighter, and more confident, and people might even ask if you've grown an inch. Most people think bad posture is a permanent problem. They think it takes months of exercises, braces, or constant reminders to fix it. But here's the truth. A huge part of poor posture isn't weakness. It's awareness and tension. Your body has basically forgotten where neutral is. The good news? You can remind it fast. Right now, don't try to fix anything yet. Just notice how you're sitting or standing. Where is your head? Is it drifting forward? Are your shoulders rounded? Is your lower back either overly arched or totally slouched? No judgment here. This is exactly how most people look after hours of phones, laptops, and stress. And that's the key word, stress. Stress tightens your chest, your neck, your hips, and slowly pulls you out of alignment. Here's the first thing I want you to do. And yes, do it with me. Take a slow breath in through your nose, and as you breathe out, let your shoulders drop. Not back. Not forced. Just down. That one simple exhale already releases more tension than you realize. A lot of bad posture comes from holding our shoulders up like we're bracing for impact all day. Now gently imagine a string attached to the top of your head, lifting you upward. Not pushing your chin forward, not stiffening your neck, just length. Think tall, not tense. Your head should feel like it's floating on top of your spine instead of hanging in front of it. If you feel the back of your neck get longer, you're doing it right. Next, bring your attention to your ribcage. Most people either flare their ribs forward or collapse them down. I want you to lightly pull your ribs down as if you're zipping up a jacket from the bottom of your ribs to your belly button. This isn't sucking in your stomach. It's stacking your ribcage over your pelvis. When this clicks, your lower back instantly feels more supported. Now here's the magic part that changes posture almost immediately. Shift your weight slightly so it's evenly distributed through your feet. Not on your heels. Not on your toes. Right in the middle. If you're sitting, feel both sit bones equally. This small adjustment tells your nervous system that you're balanced, and your body naturally organizes itself better when it feels stable. At this point, check in again. Notice how much less effort this feels compared to forcing good posture. That's because real posture correction isn't about muscular strain. It's about alignment. When your joints stack properly, your muscles don't have to fight gravity all day. Now let's quickly undo the two biggest posture killers. First, the phone neck. Hold your phone up closer to eye level instead of bringing your head down to it. Every inch your head moves forward adds a shocking amount of strain to your neck. This one habit alone can transform your posture over time, and you'll feel the difference immediately. Second, the sitting slump. If you sit for long periods, stop trying to sit perfectly upright for hours. That's unrealistic. Instead, reset often. Every 20 to 30 minutes, stand up, take a breath, drop your shoulders, lengthen your spine, and sit back down with awareness. These frequent resets train your body far more effectively than one long, forced correction. Here's something most people don't talk about. Confidence and posture are deeply connected. When you align your body, your brain reads it as confidence and calm. That's why fixing your posture can instantly change how you feel, not just how you look. You may notice your breathing gets easier, your voice feels stronger, and even your mood improves. Before we finish, do one last check. Head floating, shoulders relaxed, ribs stacked, weight balanced. Notice how this version of you feels compared to a few minutes ago. This is your body's natural posture. You don't have to hold it perfectly. Just come back to it often. If you practice this quick reset a few times a day, it adds up fast. Within days, your posture starts to improve automatically. Within weeks, it feels normal. And it all starts with awareness, not willpower. If this helped you feel better even a little bit, let me know in the comments. And if you want more simple science-backed ways to improve your health without overcomplicating it, make sure you subscribe. Your body is designed to move and feel good. Sometimes it just needs a gentle reminder. Most bad posture comes from tension and lack of awareness, not permanent damage or weakness, and this idea alone can completely change how you think about your body. A lot of people walk around believing their posture is just bad, like it's a flaw they're stuck with forever. They assume their shoulders are rounded because their back is weak, their head is forward because their neck is damaged, or their slouch is the result of years they can't undo. That belief creates frustration, and frustration leads to forcing posture, which actually makes things worse. In reality, your body is incredibly adaptable, and what you're seeing in the mirror is usually not a broken structure but a pattern your nervous system has learned over time. Think about how your day looks. You wake up and check your phone, head tilted forward. You sit in traffic or on public transport, shoulders slightly hunched. You work at a desk, leaning toward a screen, jaw clenched, breathing shallow. None of these positions are dangerous on their own, but when your body stays in them for hours, it starts to think this is normal. Muscles tighten to hold you there, other muscles stop activating as much, and eventually that posture feels natural, even though it's not ideal. The key point is that your body didn't lose its ability to stand well. It simply adapted to what you asked it to do most often. Tension plays a massive role in this process. Stress doesn't just live in your mind, it lives in your muscles. When you're stressed, your shoulders creep upward, your chest tightens, your neck stiffens, and your breathing becomes shallow. Over time, this constant low-level tension pulls your posture out of alignment. Your shoulders roll forward not because your back is weak, but because your chest muscles are always slightly contracted. Your head drifts forward not because your neck can't support it, but because your body is bracing. When you understand this, posture stops being a strength problem and starts becoming a relaxation and awareness problem. Awareness is where real change begins. Most people aren't actually aware of their posture throughout the day. They might notice it when someone points it out or when they feel pain, but the rest of the time they're on autopilot. The nervous system loves efficiency, so it sticks with familiar patterns, even if those patterns aren't optimal. Once you bring awareness to how you're holding yourself, you interrupt that autopilot. Simply noticing that your shoulders are lifted or your head is forward gives your body a chance to choose something different, and often that choice happens automatically without force. This is why telling someone to just sit up straight rarely works. Forcing posture ignores the underlying tension and habits that created it. When you force yourself upright, you usually overcorrect by arching your lower back, puffing your chest, and tightening everything even more. That might look good for a few seconds, but it's exhausting, and your body will quickly return to its old pattern because it feels safer and more familiar. Sustainable posture change feels lighter, not heavier, and that lightness comes from releasing tension rather than adding effort. Another important thing to understand is that your muscles are rarely as weak as you think. Most daily activities don't require extreme strength, and your body is very good at distributing load when alignment is decent. When posture improves quickly after a simple cue like dropping the shoulders or lengthening the spine, that's proof that strength wasn't the limiting factor. The muscles were always capable, they just weren't being used efficiently. This is why people are often shocked by how fast their posture can change once they stop fighting their body and start listening to it. Your brain plays a central role in posture. The brain constantly scans for threats, and when it perceives stress, it subtly shifts your posture into a protective shape. This usually means curling forward, guarding the front of the body, and limiting movement. In modern life, the threats aren't physical dangers but deadlines, notifications, and mental pressure. Your body responds the same way it would to a physical threat, even though you're sitting at a desk. Understanding this helps remove the self-blame. Your posture isn't bad because you're lazy or undisciplined. It's responding to the environment you're in. Once you accept that posture is largely a habit shaped by tension and awareness, it becomes empowering. Habits can be changed. Tension can be released. Awareness can be trained. You don't need to wait months to see improvement or punish yourself with endless exercises before you're allowed to stand confidently. Often, the biggest shifts happen when you create moments of pause throughout the day, moments where you check in with your body and allow it to reorganize itself naturally. This approach also explains why posture can vary from day to day. On days when you're relaxed and present, your posture tends to look better without you trying. On days when you're stressed, tired, or overwhelmed, you may notice more slouching or tightness. That fluctuation doesn't mean you're regressing. It means your body is responding honestly to your internal state. Instead of fighting that, You can use it as information, a signal to breathe, slow down, and reset. When people realize their posture isn't permanently damaged, there's often a sense of relief. That relief alone can cause the shoulders to drop and the chest to open slightly. It's a reminder that the body wants to be upright and balanced. You don't have to force it into position. You just have to stop pulling it out of position all the time. Over time, as awareness increases and unnecessary tension decreases, the good posture you were chasing becomes your default without constant effort, without rigid rules, without fear of doing it wrong, and without the belief that something is fundamentally wrong with your body holding you back from standing tall and moving freely in everyday life, where your posture slowly starts to feel less like something you have to fix and more like something that naturally supports you as you go through your day, feeling lighter, more comfortable, and more at ease in your own body. You can noticeably improve your posture within minutes by making small alignment changes, and this is a concept that surprises most people because they've been conditioned to think that posture correction is a slow, painful, months-long process. Many of us assume that standing taller or sitting straighter requires an intense workout, expensive equipment, or some kind of permanent structural intervention, but the truth is far simpler and far more encouraging. Posture is not a fixed state. It's a dynamic balance that your body maintains constantly, and even minor adjustments can produce immediate visual and physical differences if you know where to focus. Think about how quickly you notice tension in your neck or shoulders after hours at a computer. That awareness proves your body is highly responsive. If it can respond to strain that quickly, it can also respond to relief just as fast. That's why small, intentional changes are often more effective in the moment than massive, forced efforts. The first thing to understand is that posture isn't about looking good in the superficial sense. It's about alignment, how your head, shoulders, ribcage, and pelvis stack over each other. When that stack is balanced, your muscles don't have to fight gravity constantly, your joints move efficiently, and you feel taller and lighter almost immediately. Many people try to correct posture by tightening muscles or standing rigidly, but that often leads to tension and fatigue. The faster route to improvement is through awareness and subtle repositioning rather than brute strength. You can literally see the difference within minutes if you allow your body to find its natural alignment. One of the simplest yet most transformative adjustments is shoulder positioning. Most people carry tension in the shoulders without realizing it, lifting them slightly to brace against stress or fatigue. When you consciously release your shoulders down and back, even slightly, you change the angle of your upper body, open the chest, and reduce strain on the neck and upper back. This small movement alone can make a noticeable difference in appearance, breathing, and comfort. It doesn't have to be forced or exaggerated. Even a gentle release creates an immediate improvement. When the shoulders drop, the body naturally begins to find a more upright alignment, and the change can often be seen and felt within seconds. Another adjustment that yields quick results is the head and neck position. Many people have a forward head posture from hours of looking at screens or hunched positions. By simply drawing your chin slightly back, as if creating length in the back of your neck, and imagining a gentle lift from the top of your head, your spine aligns more naturally. You feel taller, your neck feels less strained, and your overall posture instantly improves. This change is not about stiffening your neck or standing rigidly. It's about creating space and length. Your body responds immediately because this is how it was designed to carry weight efficiently, and when you give it the chance, you can see the effect right away. Even small changes to your ribcage and pelvis can make a huge difference. Many people either flare their ribs forward or collapse them, creating an exaggerated curve in the lower back. By gently engaging the core and drawing the ribs down, you stack the upper body over the pelvis in a more balanced way. This adjustment often makes the spine feel supported without effort, reduces tension in the lower back, and gives the body a feeling of centeredness that is immediately noticeable. You don't have to perform complex exercises. A small conscious shift in position can create an instant sense of alignment. Weight distribution is another key factor. Whether you're standing or sitting, your posture improves dramatically when your weight is balanced. Standing with your feet evenly rooted or sitting with both sit bones grounded allows your body to self-correct naturally. Your muscles don't have to overcompensate, and your joints fall into their optimal positions. This simple adjustment alone can change how you feel and look in just a few moments. When you notice the difference, it reinforces that posture is not about force but about alignment and balance, and that realization allows you to make ongoing small corrections throughout the day that compound over time. Breathing also plays an immediate role in posture improvement. Many people hold tension in their chest and upper body, which affects alignment. Taking a deep, slow breath and expanding the ribs while keeping the spine long encourages the body to move into a natural, upright position. This is why even a single mindful breath can change your posture noticeably. It opens the chest, relaxes the shoulders, and allows the spine to lengthen. When combined with other small adjustments, this can produce a posture that looks and feels dramatically different within minutes, proving that minor, intentional actions have immediate benefits. The nervous system is wired to respond quickly to changes in tension and alignment. This means that when you make even small adjustments, your body can immediately recognize the improved balance and begin to maintain it without effort. Unlike muscle strengthening, which takes time, posture alignment is often about signaling to the nervous system that the current position is more efficient and comfortable. Once the nervous system receives that signal, it adjusts support naturally, creating noticeable improvements almost instantly. This responsiveness explains why posture correction can feel like a fast transformation, even though long-term consistency is still important. Small changes also produce psychological effects that reinforce the physical improvements. Standing taller, opening the chest, and lengthening the spine immediately signals confidence to your brain, which can change the way you carry yourself and even how others perceive you. The feedback loop between mind and body means that small alignment adjustments do more than just improve appearance. They influence energy levels, confidence, and mood within minutes. This rapid psychological effect makes posture improvement not only fast but also motivating, because you can literally feel the difference almost immediately. It's important to remember that fast improvements don't require equipment, expensive interventions, or long hours of exercise. They require attention and deliberate movement. The beauty of this approach is that it's accessible anywhere, at your desk, on a phone call, in the kitchen, or walking down the street. By simply pausing, noticing your alignment, and making subtle adjustments, you can improve your posture immediately, which is empowering because it puts control in your hands. Consistency is what turns these quick wins into lasting change. By practicing these small adjustments multiple times a day, you train your body and nervous system to adopt better alignment automatically. While long-term habits are important, the fact remains that noticeable improvements can happen within minutes of mindful corrections. That instant feedback keeps you motivated and reinforces that posture is a dynamic, responsive system rather than a fixed problem, and that realization makes the process both faster and more enjoyable because you see results almost as soon as you try, creating a sense of confidence and physical ease that encourages further attention and alignment, while giving immediate proof that change is possible without complex interventions or months of waiting as your body begins to feel lighter, more supported, and more energized simply by giving it the small, precise cues it needs to find its natural posture within moments. Dropping the shoulders with a slow exhale instantly releases more tension than most people realize, and understanding this simple adjustment can completely transform how your body feels and looks in just moments. Most people carry their shoulders up, unconsciously bracing against stress, fatigue, or even minor discomforts, without noticing how much it affects their posture. Shoulders are one of the primary indicators of tension in the body. When they creep upward toward your ears, even slightly, it compresses the neck, tightens the chest, and creates a cascade of strain down the spine. By consciously releasing them, you interrupt that chain and allow your body to find a more natural and relaxed alignment. This is not about forcing your shoulders back or standing rigidly. It's about letting go of the unnecessary lift that has become habitual and giving your muscles permission to relax. Most people are unaware of just how much tension they carry in their shoulders. It accumulates gradually over the course of a day, often from prolonged sitting, typing, or holding the phone. By the end of the day, shoulders that might have only crept a centimeter upward in the morning are now firmly locked near the ears, and the neck, upper back, and chest all feel tight. This tension is a major contributor to forward head posture and rounded shoulders, which are some of the most common postural issues. Simply dropping the shoulders begins to undo this tension almost instantly. The moment you exhale slowly and let gravity help, the upper body opens, and the nervous system perceives a release, signaling the muscles that they don't need to hold so tight. A slow exhale is key because it activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for relaxation and recovery. When you consciously exhale and release your shoulders at the same time, you're combining physical adjustment with a neurological signal that says, it's safe to let go. This dual action produces results that a simple physical adjustment alone cannot achieve. The breath carries tension out of the body and signals to the nervous system that the upper body can settle into a more balanced position. Many people are surprised at how freeing this feels, often noticing that their chest opens slightly, their neck feels longer, and their posture instantly looks taller. Releasing the shoulders also has an immediate effect on the neck. Most people hold tension there without realizing it, which can lead to stiffness, headaches, or even discomfort in the upper back. When the shoulders lift toward the ears, the muscles in the neck contract to compensate, pulling the head forward or compressing the cervical spine. By dropping the shoulders, you reduce this strain, allowing the head to float more naturally over the spine. This small adjustment creates an immediate sense of alignment, length, and lightness in the upper body. It's a subtle shift, but its effects ripple throughout the rest of your posture. Chest expansion is another benefit of letting the shoulders drop. Many people's chests collapse forward due to rounded shoulders, making breathing shallow and posture appear slouched. As the shoulders release downward and slightly back, the chest naturally opens, giving the lungs more room to expand. This makes breathing easier and deeper, which reinforces relaxation and posture improvement. It's remarkable how one small adjustment can produce multiple benefits at once: neck relief, upper back decompression, chest opening, and an overall sense of height and presence. The key to this adjustment is subtlety and consistency. You don't need to force your shoulders down with strength. That creates tension and often worsens the problem. Instead, a gentle, mindful release paired with a slow exhale is enough. Think of it as telling your shoulders, you don't need to hold anything anymore. Your body responds immediately because it prefers efficiency. Muscles that were overworking can finally relax. Joints can stack more naturally, and the nervous system receives feedback that it is safe to shift into a better posture. Another often overlooked benefit of dropping the shoulders is how it improves overall body awareness. Most people habitually hold tension without noticing it. By taking the time to exhale and release the shoulders consciously, you start training your mind to notice where tension resides. This awareness carries over to other areas, such as the jaw, hips, and lower back. As you develop this sensitivity, you can make micro-adjustments throughout the day that cumulatively improve your posture far beyond what a single exercise could accomplish. It's a form of ongoing posture correction that is quick, effortless, and remarkably effective. The beauty of this adjustment is that it can be done anywhere, anytime, in seconds. You don't need a gym, a mat, or specialized equipment. Sitting at your desk, standing in line, or walking down the street, you can exhale and let your shoulders drop. Almost immediately, you feel lighter, taller, and more aligned. The visual difference is often noticeable to others as well. Shoulders that were rounded and tight suddenly appear open, giving the impression of confidence and ease. This instant effect is motivating because it shows that posture improvement doesn't have to be slow or difficult. It can happen in real time with small, intentional actions. The nervous system reinforces the change quickly, especially when paired with mindful repetition. By practicing this adjustment multiple times a day, you train the body to naturally adopt this release without conscious effort. Over time, dropping the shoulders becomes an automatic response to tension or stress, and your overall posture improves seamlessly. This method works far better than forcing muscles into position, because it aligns with the body's natural design rather than fighting against it. Dropping the shoulders also impacts other parts of the body indirectly. When the upper body relaxes, the lower back is less likely to overcompensate, and the spine can stack more naturally. The hips, pelvis, and legs feel more grounded because the tension at the top is no longer pulling the whole chain out of alignment. Even energy levels improve because your body isn't wasting resources holding unnecessary tension. This small adjustment is like opening a domino chain of benefits that extend far beyond the shoulders themselves, showing just how connected posture is to the entire body. Most people underestimate how quickly they can see results from such a small change. Often, after just a few conscious breaths with relaxed shoulders, the body feels taller, the neck feels lighter, and the overall posture appears more upright. The mental effect is significant too. Standing or sitting with released shoulders conveys confidence and presence, which positively influences interactions, mood, and even self-perception. The mind-body connection reinforces the physical benefits, making this adjustment one of the fastest and simplest ways to improve posture without force, strain, or complex exercises. The key takeaway is that tension is the enemy of good posture, and the shoulders are one of the primary carriers of that tension. By learning to notice tension and consciously releasing the shoulders with a slow exhale, you trigger a chain reaction of benefits that improves alignment, comfort, breathing, and even energy levels almost immediately. This is why dropping the shoulders is often considered one of the fastest ways to improve posture, and it illustrates the broader principle that small, mindful adjustments can create rapid, noticeable improvements in how your body looks, feels, and functions as the body naturally begins to reorganize itself into a more upright, balanced, and relaxed position while allowing the muscles, joints, and nervous system to operate efficiently and harmoniously. Lengthening the spine by imagining a string lifting the head helps realign the neck naturally, and this concept is deceptively simple yet incredibly powerful because it taps into the body's innate sense of balance and alignment. Most people think that improving posture requires forcing the body into rigid positions or strengthening every single muscle, but the truth is that much of bad posture comes from compression and a lack of awareness of natural length. Your spine is designed to be a series of curves that work together to support your body efficiently, and when those curves are compressed or misaligned, muscles overcompensate and tension builds up. By imagining a gentle upward pull from the crown of your head, you give your spine the cue to lengthen without effort, allowing the neck, shoulders, and back to find their natural positions. This mental image works because the nervous system responds to intention and perception, guiding muscles and joints toward more efficient alignment without forcing them. Many people carry a forward head posture from years of looking at screens, reading, or simply slouching while sitting. This forward drift of the head is not just a cosmetic problem. It dramatically increases the load on the cervical spine. For every inch your head moves forward, it adds significant weight for your neck muscles to support, which can lead to tension, stiffness, and even headaches. By imagining a string gently lifting the top of your head, you encourage the head to return over the shoulders naturally. This action does not mean tilting the chin back or straining the neck. It is a subtle elongation that gives the cervical spine space to decompress. Within seconds, you can feel less tension in the neck, more openness across the shoulders, and a lighter sensation throughout the upper body. This technique is effective because the body responds to cues of space and length. When you mentally direct your attention to elongating the spine, the muscles that were previously holding tension begin to release. The upper trapezius, sternocleidomastoid, and other neck muscles that often overwork in a slouched position reduce their effort, while postural muscles along the spine engage appropriately without overcompensation. This creates a sense of lift and lightness that is almost immediate. The beauty of this approach is that it leverages the body's natural design instead of fighting it, which is why you can see improvement so quickly. Lengthening the spine also affects the shoulders and chest. When the head moves forward, the shoulders naturally follow, rounding and compressing the chest. By pulling the head upward, you create a subtle cascade of alignment cues. The shoulders drop slightly, the chest opens, and the ribcage aligns over the pelvis. This is a critical point because posture is not about a single joint or muscle. It is about the entire chain of the body. A small adjustment at the top can ripple through the spine, producing a balanced and upright posture almost instantly. Another key benefit of imagining spinal length is the effect on breathing. When the spine is compressed, the chest is restricted, and breathing becomes shallow. As you lengthen the spine, the chest expands, the diaphragm has more room to move, and breathing naturally deepens. This deeper breathing further reinforces the posture correction because it signals relaxation to the nervous system, reduces tension, and provides oxygen to muscles that need it for better function. It's a perfect example of how one simple adjustment can create multiple positive effects in the body within minutes. This technique also trains proprioception, which is your body's awareness of its position in space. Many people slouch or hunch without realizing it because the nervous system has adapted to those positions as the default. By visualizing the string lifting your head, You create a new reference point for what neutral feels like. Each time you practice this, you reinforce that sense of length and alignment, gradually retraining your nervous system to maintain it automatically. This is why even a few repetitions of this mental cue can produce noticeable improvements in posture that feel effortless and natural. It is important to combine this mental image with other posture principles for maximum effect. While the head is lifted, the shoulders should be relaxed, the ribcage gently stacked over the pelvis, and weight evenly distributed through the feet or sit bones. The string at the top of the head is not meant to create tension elsewhere. It is a guiding cue that allows the rest of the body to follow. When done correctly, this creates a tall, aligned posture that feels both stable and effortless. The immediate feedback is often astonishing. You feel taller, lighter, and more upright in just moments without forcing any muscles or straining any joints. This approach also works beautifully for seated posture. Many people think sitting upright requires effort and constant bracing, but by applying the same mental cue of a string lifting the head, the spine lengthens naturally, the shoulders settle, and the chest opens. Suddenly, sitting upright feels comfortable and supported rather than stiff or forced. This demonstrates that posture correction is not about brute strength but about awareness, alignment, and allowing the body to find its optimal position. Even when sitting for hours at a desk, periodic practice of this mental cue can dramatically reduce tension in the neck, shoulders, and back while improving overall posture over time. Another advantage of using this visualization is that it enhances presence and confidence. When the spine is elongated and the head is aligned over the shoulders, it naturally projects a sense of alertness and self-assurance. This is why small adjustments like this can make you look taller and more poised almost immediately. People often report that they feel more energetic and composed when they practice this technique because the body is no longer fighting gravity or tension. It is simply aligned in its natural state. Consistency is key. While one instance of imagining the string lifting the head produces immediate benefits, regular practice throughout the day solidifies the change. Each time you remind yourself to lengthen the spine, the nervous system adapts, the muscles reinforce the alignment, and posture gradually becomes the default rather than a conscious effort. Over time, this small mental cue leads to lasting improvements that feel automatic, yet the immediate effects are evident within minutes of practicing it. This technique also complements other posture interventions. Combining spinal lengthening with slow, controlled breathing, relaxed shoulders, and evenly distributed weight maximizes the benefits and creates a posture that is both functional and aesthetically pleasing. It shows that posture correction is not about single exercises or isolated adjustments, but about coordinated, mindful alignment that engages the body holistically. When you integrate this visualization into your daily routine, you can notice changes in posture, energy, and comfort almost instantly, reinforcing that even small, intentional actions can have a profound impact on how your body looks, feels, and functions throughout the day while gradually retraining your nervous system and musculoskeletal system to maintain natural, upright alignment without strain, effort, or forced rigidity. Proper posture means stacking the head, ribcage, and pelvis rather than forcing muscles, and understanding this concept is one of the most important steps toward creating sustainable, natural alignment. Many people assume that good posture is about flexing, tightening, or standing up straight with effort, as if muscular strength alone can hold the body in position. The truth is that posture is primarily about alignment and balance. When the major segments of the body, the head, ribcage, and pelvis, are stacked correctly, the muscles don't have to fight against gravity, joints are supported, and the body functions efficiently. This principle explains why posture can improve immediately with simple, mindful adjustments rather than through rigid control or excessive muscle engagement. Most posture issues arise because these segments are out of alignment. Forward head posture, rounded shoulders, a collapsed chest, or a tilted pelvis all disrupt the natural stack of the body. The result is that muscles overwork to hold the body in position, joints experience unnecessary stress, and the nervous system interprets tension as normal. When people try to correct posture by forcing muscles into action, arching the back, sticking out the chest, or pulling the shoulders back, they often feel rigid and fatigued because the alignment is still off. The muscles are compensating, but the foundation is unstable. By focusing on stacking the head, ribcage, and pelvis instead of forcing muscles, you allow the body to settle naturally into a more efficient posture that looks and feels lighter, taller, and more comfortable. The head is the first piece of the stack. Many people carry their head forward, which adds strain to the neck and upper back. For every inch the head moves forward, the cervical spine experiences significantly more load, forcing the surrounding muscles to overwork. By bringing the head back so that the ears align over the shoulders, you establish the top of the stack. This is not about tilting the chin up or creating tension in the neck. It's about allowing the head to balance over the spine, which reduces effort and opens the chest. When the head is aligned correctly, it provides a reference point for the rest of the body, signaling to the nervous system that the spine can lengthen and the shoulders can settle naturally. Below the head, the ribcage is the central component of the stack. Most people either collapse the ribs down toward the pelvis or flare them forward, disrupting spinal alignment. By gently stacking the ribs over the pelvis, you create a stable foundation for the upper body. This allows the spine to maintain its natural curves and prevents compensatory tension in the lower back and shoulders. Many people are surprised at how quickly a subtle adjustment in the ribcage can transform posture. A small lift and alignment of the ribs immediately changes the way the shoulders and head feel, creating an upright position that requires minimal effort and looks effortless. The pelvis is the base of the stack and plays a crucial role in overall posture. A tilted pelvis, whether forward or backward, disrupts spinal alignment and forces compensations throughout the body. By positioning the pelvis neutrally, with sit bones evenly grounded, the spine can stack naturally on top. This neutral positioning supports the ribcage and allows the head to balance over it, completing the stack. The pelvis is often overlooked in posture correction because it is out of sight, but it is essential for stability and alignment. Once the pelvis is neutral, the spine, shoulders, and head can maintain their positions with minimal effort, and the body feels supported rather than strained. Stacking these segments rather than forcing muscles creates immediate benefits. When the body is properly aligned, tension in the neck, shoulders, and back decreases almost instantly. Breathing becomes easier because the chest can expand naturally. Even small movements, such as turning the head or lifting the arms, feel smoother and more controlled because the body is balanced. This demonstrates that proper posture is less about muscular strength and more about alignment and awareness. Muscles work efficiently to support the stack rather than fighting against it, making the posture sustainable throughout the day without fatigue or discomfort. Another important aspect of stacking is its impact on the nervous system. When the body is misaligned, the nervous system constantly sends signals to muscles to compensate for imbalance, which creates chronic tension and fatigue. Proper stacking reduces these compensatory signals because the body is balanced and supported. The muscles only activate as needed to maintain stability, rather than constantly fighting gravity or misalignment. This explains why posture feels easier and more natural once the head, ribcage, and pelvis are stacked correctly. The nervous system recognizes efficiency, allowing relaxation and stability to coexist. Stacking also improves movement and functional posture. When these three key segments are aligned, the body can move with greater ease and less risk of strain. Reaching, bending, walking, or lifting all become more efficient because the spine and joints are supported. Many posture exercises fail to produce lasting results because they focus on isolated muscles without considering alignment. Stacking ensures that movements are mechanically sound, reducing the likelihood of injury and improving overall body mechanics. Even small adjustments to the stack can produce noticeable improvements in posture and comfort almost immediately. Awareness is critical in maintaining a proper stack. Most people are unaware of how the head, ribcage, and pelvis are positioned throughout the day. Sitting at a desk, carrying bags, or looking at screens can gradually pull these segments out of alignment without notice. By developing awareness of the stack, you can make micro-adjustments throughout the day that reinforce proper posture. Even a few conscious resets, checking that the ears are over the shoulders, the ribs are stacked over the pelvis, and the pelvis is neutral, can create a cumulative effect that improves posture significantly over time. Stacking also enhances aesthetics and presence. When the body is aligned naturally, it appears taller, more confident, and composed. The visual improvement reinforces the physical benefits encouraging continued attention to posture. This is why small alignment adjustments often produce immediate changes that are noticeable to both the individual and others. The body looks and feels aligned, creating a sense of poise and ease that strengthens the connection between awareness, movement, and appearance. This principle of stacking can be applied in both standing and seated positions. Whether sitting at a desk, standing in line, or walking, the same concept applies. Align the head over the shoulders, stack the ribcage over the pelvis, and maintain a neutral pelvic base. These adjustments do not require force or rigidity. Instead, they rely on awareness and gentle repositioning, allowing the body to self-correct and maintain a balanced posture naturally. The consistency of applying these principles throughout the day creates long-term improvements without strain or effort, reinforcing the idea that proper posture is about alignment, not muscular force. Stacking the head, ribcage, and pelvis also complements other posture-enhancing practices, such as mindful breathing and shoulder relaxation. By combining these elements, the body achieves a state of upright stability that feels effortless and sustainable. Small cues like lifting the head gently, stacking the ribs, and centering the pelvis can be repeated multiple times a day to reinforce alignment, create awareness, and strengthen the body's natural posture patterns. Over time, this approach develops into a habit where proper alignment becomes automatic and the body maintains it without conscious effort while reducing tension, improving balance, enhancing movement efficiency, and creating a natural, upright presence that reflects both comfort and confidence as the muscles work efficiently to support the stack instead of compensating for misalignment, and the nervous system learns to maintain this optimized position without strain, making posture correction feel natural, sustainable, and immediately effective. Gently drawing the ribs down supports the lower back without sucking in the stomach, and this subtle adjustment is one of the most overlooked yet powerful techniques for improving posture quickly and sustainably. Many people associate posture correction with standing tall by puffing out the chest or tightening the core, but these approaches often create unnecessary tension in the lower back and can make posture feel forced or uncomfortable. The key to realignment is not to push or pull excessively, but to allow the body to find a neutral, stacked position, and drawing the ribs down achieves this by stabilizing the spine naturally. The ribcage sits between the head and pelvis, acting as a central pillar in the body. When it is misaligned, flared upward or collapsed downward, the spine loses its natural curves, the lower back can overarch or slouch, and compensatory tension develops throughout the body. Simply guiding the ribs down into a neutral position helps the spine stack more efficiently, reducing strain and supporting both the upper and lower body. Most people are unaware that flared ribs can create discomfort and poor posture. A flared rib cage lifts the chest excessively, tilts the pelvis forward, and exaggerates the lumbar curve. This combination not only affects appearance but also increases stress on the lower back, hip flexors, and abdominal muscles. Conversely, a collapsed ribcage allows the upper body to compress, reducing support for the spine and often leading to slouching and tension in the mid-back. By consciously drawing the ribs down, you establish a neutral position that stabilizes the core without forcing the abs inward. This is a crucial distinction because it avoids the unnatural hollowing of the stomach that many people mistakenly equate with good posture. Instead, the ribcage gently settles over the pelvis, creating a solid foundation for the spine to align and for the body to move efficiently. This adjustment also affects breathing. When the ribs are flared or collapsed, breathing can become shallow or uneven, which adds stress to the nervous system and perpetuates tension in the shoulders, neck, and back. Drawing the ribs down allows the diaphragm to expand fully, promoting deeper, more efficient breathing. This not only supports the spine but also signals relaxation to the nervous system, which in turn helps muscles release tension more effectively. The combination of spinal support and improved breathing creates a posture that feels lighter, more natural, and sustainable for long periods, whether standing, sitting, or moving. Engaging the ribs in this way also improves core function. The abdominal muscles, spine stabilizers, and obliques work in harmony when the ribcage is positioned correctly over the pelvis. Many people try to strengthen their core by sucking in the stomach or holding the breath, but this creates tension and does not necessarily improve posture. When the ribs are gently drawn down, The core muscles engage naturally to support the spine, without forcing any unnatural contraction. This allows the lower back to rest in a neutral curve, reducing fatigue and discomfort. It also enhances the body's ability to respond to movement efficiently, improving balance and coordination in daily activities. The visual impact of drawing the ribs down is immediate. When the ribcage aligns properly over the pelvis, the chest opens slightly without flaring, the shoulders settle naturally, and the spine appears taller and more upright. Unlike forced posture, which can look stiff or strained, this adjustment creates a posture that looks effortless and confident. The subtle lift in height and the improved alignment of the torso make the body appear longer and more balanced, which has both aesthetic and functional benefits. People often notice these changes in their own reflection within minutes, which reinforces the idea that small, mindful adjustments can produce fast, visible results. Another major benefit of this adjustment is the reduction of tension in the lower back. Many posture problems originate in the lumbar region because the spine is not supported by the rib cage or core. When the ribs flare upward, the pelvis tilts forward and the lower back overarches to compensate. Drawing the ribs down helps neutralize the pelvis and redistribute weight through the spine more evenly. This reduces stress on the lumbar vertebrae and associated muscles, alleviating discomfort and decreasing the likelihood of chronic strain or pain. Over time, practicing this adjustment can prevent the development of habitual lower back tightness that often accompanies prolonged sitting or improper posture. This technique also improves coordination between the upper and lower body. Proper rib positioning creates a bridge between the shoulders and pelvis, allowing the spine to move fluidly while maintaining stability. When the ribcage is misaligned, movements such as reaching, bending, or twisting become inefficient and can strain the muscles and joints. Aligning the ribs over the pelvis allows the body to move in its natural planes, enhancing functional movement and reducing unnecessary muscular effort. This demonstrates that posture is not a static state but a dynamic system that supports both rest and motion, and that small, precise adjustments can have immediate and long-lasting effects. Awareness is crucial when practicing this adjustment. Many people are unaware of where their ribs sit in relation to their pelvis, and habitual postures can obscure natural alignment. By consciously drawing the ribs down, you develop proprioception, an intuitive sense of where your body is in space. This heightened awareness allows you to make micro-corrections throughout the day, whether standing at a desk, walking, or sitting in a chair. Each reset reinforces the alignment, creating a cumulative effect that strengthens posture over time. Unlike exercises that require external tools or intensive effort, this technique relies solely on attention and intention, making it practical and highly effective. The nervous system responds quickly to this adjustment. When the ribs are drawn down, the body recognizes improved balance and reduced strain, allowing the muscles to relax rather than overcompensate. The shoulders drop naturally, the neck elongates slightly, and the spine stacks efficiently. This immediate feedback provides both physical relief and mental reinforcement, encouraging continued practice. By combining awareness, gentle movement, and proper rib alignment, posture improvement becomes intuitive rather than forced, creating lasting benefits without the stress of overexertion. This adjustment also complements other posture strategies. When paired with slow, mindful breathing, relaxed shoulders, and proper head alignment, drawing the ribs down creates a cohesive system of support. The entire spine is stabilized from head to pelvis, muscles work efficiently, and the nervous system recognizes the body as balanced. Practicing this adjustment several times throughout the day reinforces alignment habits, and over time, it becomes automatic, requiring minimal conscious effort to maintain a healthy, upright posture. Even small, subtle changes like this have cumulative effects. Each time the ribs are drawn down and the spine aligned, the nervous system encodes the position as efficient and safe, gradually replacing habitual slouching or flaring. Over days and weeks, these micro-adjustments build into a stronger, more natural posture that feels effortless. People often notice improvements in comfort, confidence, energy levels, and breathing in just minutes, but long-term consistency solidifies these benefits, demonstrating that posture improvement is both immediate and sustainable when approached through alignment rather than force. Drawing the ribs down while maintaining a relaxed, neutral core shows that posture is not about squeezing or forcing, but about creating balance, stability, and awareness. This approach reduces tension in the lower back, supports the spine, improves breathing, enhances functional movement, and creates a taller, more confident appearance. By practicing this adjustment regularly, the body gradually internalizes the alignment, creating lasting improvements that feel effortless and natural, while reinforcing the principle that sustainable posture comes from stacking, balance, and mindful awareness rather than rigid effort, forced contraction, or overexertion, as the body naturally learns to maintain a neutral, supported, and relaxed posture that protects joints, reduces fatigue, and enhances both movement and overall comfort. Even weight distribution through the feet or sit bones allows the body to self-correct naturally, and understanding this principle is one of the most effective yet overlooked ways to improve posture almost instantly. Most people carry their weight unevenly without realizing it. We lean on one foot, shift to one hip, or slump slightly to compensate for fatigue, habit, or even subconscious comfort. Over time, these subtle imbalances pull the spine out of alignment, create tension in the muscles, and strain joints. The body becomes accustomed to this asymmetry, and it starts to feel normal, even though it contributes to rounded shoulders, forward head posture, or lower back discomfort. By consciously redistributing weight evenly through the feet while standing or through both sit bones while sitting, you provide the nervous system with the signal that balance is possible, and this cue allows the body to reorganize itself with minimal effort. When standing, most people favor one foot over the other, even slightly, which causes the pelvis to tilt, the spine to twist, and the shoulders to compensate. A small shift in weight to evenly distribute through both feet immediately changes the body's alignment. The hips settle into a neutral position, the spine stacks naturally, and the shoulders can drop without forcing them. This adjustment does not require muscle strain or rigid positioning. It simply gives the body a stable foundation, allowing gravity to do the work. Standing with balanced weight also feels surprisingly different. The body feels lighter, more stable, and more energized because muscles are no longer overworking to counteract imbalance. This is a subtle cue that the nervous system recognizes quickly, producing an almost immediate effect on posture. Sitting presents similar challenges. Many people habitually lean to one side, cross a leg, or shift weight onto one sit bone. Over time, this creates asymmetry in the pelvis and spine, leading to tension in the lower back, hips, and shoulders. By consciously feeling both sit bones grounded evenly, the pelvis becomes more stable, the lumbar spine aligns, and the upper body can settle naturally. This simple shift reduces slouching and helps maintain the natural curves of the spine without effort. It also encourages the shoulders to drop and the chest to open, improving breathing and creating a sense of tallness even while seated. The immediate impact is often noticeable in just a few seconds. Weight distribution also influences the head and neck. When the body is leaning or uneven, the head tends to compensate by drifting forward or tilting to one side. This places strain on the cervical spine and can contribute to tension headaches or neck discomfort. By balancing weight evenly, the head can align naturally over the shoulders, creating a straight, neutral line through the spine. The alignment feels stable and supported because the entire body works together as a coordinated system rather than as a series of compensating segments. This demonstrates that posture is a full-body phenomenon, and small adjustments in how the body meets the ground can produce immediate and significant improvements in alignment. Even distribution of weight has psychological as well as physical benefits. Standing or sitting with balance promotes a sense of stability and presence. The body naturally feels more confident and grounded, which affects movement patterns, energy levels, and even social interactions. When the foundation is stable, the body carries itself with less effort and more poise. This is why small changes in weight distribution are not just about appearance or spinal alignment. They influence the entire experience of being in your body, creating a sense of balance and ease that is both functional and aesthetic. The nervous system responds rapidly to cues of balance. When the weight is uneven, muscles constantly fire to maintain stability, even if the person is unaware of it. This overactivation leads to fatigue and discomfort over time. By redistributing weight evenly, the nervous system detects a state of stability and reduces unnecessary muscular activity. The muscles no longer have to compensate for imbalance, and the body naturally organizes itself into a more efficient posture. This is why even a small, mindful adjustment in weight distribution can create immediate relief in areas that often feel tight or strained, such as the lower back, hips, shoulders, and neck. Weight distribution also enhances functional movement. When the feet or sit bones are grounded evenly, the body can move more efficiently. Walking, reaching, bending, or lifting becomes smoother and less stressful because the spine and joints are supported by a balanced base. Imbalances in weight create asymmetrical forces that the muscles and joints must resist, which over time can lead to strain or injury. By maintaining even distribution, the body can respond fluidly to movement demands without unnecessary compensation, demonstrating that posture is not static but a dynamic system that works best when the foundation is stable. Proprioception, or body awareness, is strengthened through conscious weight distribution. Many people have lost touch with the subtle cues of balance because habitual patterns dominate their movements. By deliberately sensing and adjusting weight evenly, you retrain your nervous system to recognize what balanced alignment feels like. This improves posture throughout the day, even when you are not consciously thinking about it. Micro-adjustments become second nature as the body internalizes the sensation of evenly grounded feet or sit bones, reinforcing upright posture and reducing tension over time. Even small variations in weight distribution can create dramatic differences. For instance, shifting just a few degrees to balance one foot over the other can tilt the pelvis back into a neutral position, allowing the spine to lengthen naturally and the shoulders to settle. The difference in comfort and alignment can be felt instantly. This shows that posture correction does not always require extensive exercise or effort. It often begins with small, precise changes in how the body interacts with the ground. The effect compounds over time as the nervous system and muscles learn to maintain balance automatically, producing lasting improvements in posture, comfort, and functional movement. Another key aspect of weight distribution is its effect on the hips and lower back. Uneven weight shifts the pelvis, which in turn affects spinal alignment and muscle tension. By centering the weight evenly, the pelvis stabilizes, the lumbar spine maintains its natural curve, and tension in the lower back and hip flexors decreases. This can relieve chronic discomfort associated with prolonged sitting or standing and prevent postural collapse that occurs as muscles fatigue over time. Stabilizing the base also enhances overall efficiency of movement, reducing effort and creating a sense of lightness in the body that is immediately noticeable. Consistent practice of even weight distribution is essential for lasting posture improvement. By checking in with your body multiple times a day and ensuring that your weight is balanced, you create a habit that reinforces alignment naturally. The body gradually internalizes this balance, making upright posture feel effortless. Even when fatigue or distraction sets in, the foundation remains stable, preventing the return to habitual slouching or leaning. The cumulative effect of these small adjustments over time is a stronger, more resilient, and naturally aligned posture. Mindful weight distribution also interacts with breathing and ribcage positioning. When the foundation is stable, the ribcage can align properly over the pelvis, allowing the diaphragm to move freely and supporting deeper, more efficient breathing. This contributes to relaxation, reduces tension in the shoulders and neck, and further enhances upright alignment. The interplay between feet or sit bones, ribcage, and spine illustrates the holistic nature of posture, demonstrating that balance at the foundation influences the entire body and creates immediate, perceptible improvements in alignment, stability, and comfort. Incorporating this principle into daily life is simple and practical. Whether standing in line, walking, sitting at a desk, or performing everyday movements, awareness of weight distribution provides a foundation for proper posture. By consciously checking that weight is evenly distributed through the feet or sit bones, the body self-corrects, and alignment improves instantly. This approach requires minimal effort, no equipment, and can be applied throughout the day, producing cumulative effects that enhance posture, reduce tension, and improve overall body mechanics. Even weight distribution is a foundational principle that supports the body from the ground up. It stabilizes the pelvis, aligns the spine, relaxes compensatory muscles, enhances breathing, improves movement efficiency, and creates a sense of grounded confidence. By practicing this adjustment consistently, the body learns to maintain balance naturally, reducing strain and creating a posture that feels effortless yet strong, demonstrating that alignment begins at the base, and that when the foundation is stable, the rest of the body organizes itself efficiently, comfortably, and beautifully while supporting functional movement, enhancing proprioception, and reinforcing awareness of posture in everyday life as a simple, effective, and immediate strategy for self-correction, comfort, and long-term improvement. Good posture should feel effortless, not stiff or exhausting, and understanding this principle is crucial, because most people have been taught to believe that standing or sitting upright requires force, tension, or constant muscular effort. From a young age, many of us are told to sit up straight or pull your shoulders back, often with the implication that correct posture is something that must be forced into place. This approach creates the false notion that posture improvement is about effort rather than alignment. In reality, the body is designed to maintain balance efficiently when the head, ribcage, and pelvis are stacked correctly, and when muscles and joints are working in harmony rather than against each other. Effortless posture is about allowing the body to find its natural alignment, releasing unnecessary tension, and using awareness rather than force. One reason people feel stiffness or fatigue when attempting to maintain good posture is that they overactivate muscles unnecessarily. When the shoulders are forcibly pulled back, the chest exaggeratedly lifted, or the abdomen sucked in, the muscles are working harder than they need to. This creates tension in the upper back, neck, and core, which can quickly lead to discomfort. The key is to differentiate between engaging muscles for support and overcontracting them. Proper posture relies on subtle engagement where muscles support the spine and joints without creating strain. When posture feels natural, the body is not fighting gravity. It is aligned in a way that allows the skeletal system to bear weight efficiently, which is why it can feel light and effortless. Effortless posture also depends on alignment and balance rather than brute strength. When the head is centered over the shoulders, the ribcage stacked over the pelvis, and weight evenly distributed through the feet or sit bones, muscles do not need to compensate for misalignment. The body is organized to work efficiently, and the nervous system recognizes this balance as safe and supported. As a result, posture becomes stable without tension, allowing you to stand or sit upright without fatigue. This principle highlights that posture is not a matter of discipline or force. It is a result of understanding how the body is designed to function and allowing it to operate within that framework. Breathing plays a critical role in maintaining effortless posture. Many people hold their breath or breathe shallowly when attempting to sit up straight, which increases tension in the chest, shoulders, and upper back. Proper, relaxed breathing encourages the diaphragm to expand fully, which naturally lifts and supports the ribcage while maintaining spinal alignment. This release of tension throughout the torso reduces strain in the upper body and allows posture to feel lighter and more sustainable. Effortless posture is often accompanied by natural, deep breathing, which signals to the nervous system that the body is stable and does not need to overcompensate with muscular tension. Another reason effortless posture is so effective is that it encourages small, precise adjustments rather than large, forced movements. When you focus on subtle cues like dropping the shoulders, lengthening the spine, or centering the pelvis, the body reorganizes itself without strain. These micro-adjustments allow the nervous system to integrate alignment gradually, creating a posture that is stable, comfortable, and sustainable. In contrast, trying to force a rigid, exaggerated posture leads to overcompensation, tension, and fatigue, demonstrating that subtlety is far more powerful than force when it comes to long-term alignment. Effortless posture also supports movement and functional efficiency. When the body is stiff or forced, movements such as bending, reaching, or twisting require additional effort and can strain muscles and joints. In contrast, when posture is natural and balanced, the spine and joints can move fluidly, and muscles engage only as needed. This not only reduces the risk of injury, but also increases comfort and efficiency in daily life. The body is designed to move in harmony with gravity, and effortless posture allows it to do so without unnecessary effort. Mindfulness is a key component of maintaining effortless posture. Most postural problems arise from habitual patterns that go unnoticed throughout the day. By developing awareness of how the body is positioned, you can make small corrections that realign the head, ribcage, and pelvis naturally. This conscious attention does not create tension. Instead, it guides the body into balance, reinforcing the idea that posture is a dynamic state maintained through awareness rather than force. Each time you check in with your posture and make gentle adjustments, you teach your nervous system what efficient alignment feels like, gradually making effortless posture the default. Effortless posture also has immediate psychological and energetic effects. When the body is aligned naturally, it communicates stability, confidence, and presence. Standing or sitting in balance without strain conveys composure and self-assurance, which positively affects mood and how others perceive you. Tension-free posture can make you feel more open, alert, and energetic, demonstrating that alignment influences both physical and mental states. Unlike forced posture, which can feel rigid and uncomfortable, effortless posture integrates seamlessly with movement, breathing, and awareness, producing benefits that extend beyond appearance. The spine is central to effortless posture. When properly stacked and supported by the pelvis and ribcage, it does not require constant muscular effort to remain upright. Each vertebra rests naturally in its curve, distributing weight evenly and allowing surrounding muscles to engage as needed rather than fighting misalignment. When people attempt to correct posture through strength alone, they often overlook the importance of spinal alignment, which is why forced posture feels exhausting. Effortless posture, by contrast, leverages the natural design of the skeletal system, allowing the body to maintain upright position with minimal effort. Shoulder and head position also contribute to effortless posture. Shoulders that are relaxed and dropped, combined with a head that is balanced over the spine, reduce tension in the neck, upper back, and chest. Many people make the mistake of pulling the shoulders back forcibly or jutting the chin forward, which creates muscular strain and makes posture feel stiff. By focusing on gentle alignment rather than force, the body can adopt a taller, more open stance that feels natural and easy to maintain. Even minor adjustments in shoulder and head positioning can create significant relief and improvement in posture within moments. Effortless posture is sustainable because it integrates naturally into daily activities. Unlike rigid postural correction, which is difficult to maintain for long periods, posture that relies on alignment, balance, and awareness can be sustained while sitting, standing, walking, or performing tasks. This approach reduces fatigue, prevents tension buildup, and creates a sense of ease in the body. Over time, practicing effortless posture reinforces neural pathways and muscular habits, gradually making balanced alignment the default position rather than a conscious effort. Another important aspect of effortless posture is its effect on energy levels. When posture is forced or stiff, muscles expend unnecessary energy holding the body upright, which can lead to fatigue, discomfort, and even irritability. By contrast, when posture is natural and aligned, muscles engage efficiently, joints are supported, and energy is conserved. This allows for greater endurance throughout the day, improved focus, and a sense of physical ease that contributes to overall well-being. The effortless quality of posture reduces strain and supports sustainable movement patterns, demonstrating that proper alignment is about efficiency rather than brute effort. Developing effortless posture also enhances proprioception, or body awareness. By practicing gentle, mindful adjustments, you learn to sense where your body is in space and recognize when tension or misalignment begins to creep in. This awareness allows you to make micro-corrections before poor posture becomes habitual. Over time, effortless posture becomes automatic because the nervous system has encoded the sensation of balanced alignment. The result is a posture that looks upright, feels light, supports movement, and reduces tension, all without conscious force or strain. Effortless posture integrates breathing, spinal alignment, shoulder relaxation, and weight distribution into a cohesive system. When these elements work together, the body achieves stability and balance naturally. You feel taller, lighter, and more comfortable almost immediately. The effects are not just physical. They influence mood, confidence, energy, and overall body function. By emphasizing alignment over effort, posture becomes something that enhances life rather than a source of tension or discomfort. The simplicity and efficiency of this approach make it accessible, practical, and effective for anyone seeking to improve posture, comfort, and presence, while demonstrating that posture should not feel like a chore or an exercise in discipline, but rather a state of balance and ease where muscles work efficiently, joints are supported naturally, breathing is unencumbered, and the body can maintain upright alignment comfortably and sustainably, allowing the nervous system, skeletal system, and musculature to operate in harmony while creating a posture that looks and feels confident, light, and natural. Phone use is a major cause of forward head posture and neck strain, and understanding its impact is crucial because it has become one of the most common contributors to poor posture in modern life. The average person spends hours every day looking down at their phone, scrolling, texting, or typing, often without realizing how much this habit affects the alignment of the neck, shoulders, and spine. When the head tilts forward to look at a screen, it places a tremendous amount of weight on the cervical spine. While the human head weighs roughly 10 to 12 pounds, tilting it forward by just a few degrees dramatically increases the load on the neck muscles, ligaments, and discs. This sustained strain forces the muscles at the back of the neck to work overtime to hold the head up, while the front neck muscles shorten, creating tension, discomfort, and eventually chronic postural issues. Forward head posture is not just a cosmetic concern. It has real implications for musculoskeletal health, breathing, and overall well-being. The mechanics of phone posture are deceptively simple but damaging. When looking down, the head protrudes forward, the shoulders round, and the upper back begins to hunch. This posture, repeated over long periods, trains the body into a habit that feels normal, even though it is stressful to the spine. The longer this habit persists, the more the cervical vertebrae are compressed, the surrounding muscles become fatigued, and the alignment of the entire spine is affected. It is not uncommon for people who spend hours on their phones to develop tightness in the neck, stiffness in the upper back, tension headaches, and even discomfort in the lower back because the spine works as a connected system. The neck's forward drift pulls on the thoracic spine, which can increase rounding in the shoulders and weaken postural muscles that are essential for keeping the spine aligned. Forward head posture caused by phone use is often accompanied by other compensatory patterns. The shoulders roll forward, the chest collapses, and the ribcage shifts, creating imbalances that affect breathing and overall mobility. When the shoulders round forward, the muscles of the upper back must constantly activate to counterbalance the pull of gravity on the head and ribcage. This overactivation leads to fatigue and sometimes pain. The chest muscles, meanwhile, become shortened and tight, further reinforcing the hunched posture. Over time, the body adapts to this misalignment, which means that correcting it later requires conscious awareness, targeted exercises, and consistent habit changes. The duration and frequency of phone use are critical factors. Even short periods of looking down at a device repeatedly throughout the day can cumulatively contribute to forward head posture. Many people check their phones dozens of times per hour, and each small instance adds stress to the neck and upper back. Over weeks and months, these repeated moments create a habitual forward lean that is challenging to undo. The problem is compounded when individuals use multiple devices, such as laptops and tablets, which also encourage a downward gaze and rounded shoulders. Awareness of device use is therefore a key part of posture correction, as frequent breaks and adjustments can prevent these habits from becoming deeply ingrained. The physical consequences of poor posture due to phone use extend beyond the neck and shoulders. Forward head posture affects the spine's natural curvature, which can place strain on the lower back. The pelvis may tilt, the ribcage may collapse, and the body as a whole loses its natural alignment. Even the hips can become tight because the upper body imbalance shifts weight distribution and movement patterns. This demonstrates that posture is a full body issue. Habits in one area, such as looking down at a phone, ripple through the entire musculoskeletal system. Correcting posture, therefore, requires addressing both the localized tension in the neck and the broader compensations that have developed over time. One of the most effective strategies to combat forward head posture from phone use is conscious awareness. Simply noticing that your head is tilting forward and adjusting it can produce immediate relief. By bringing the ears in line with the shoulders and gently lengthening the spine, you reduce strain on the cervical vertebrae and allow the muscles to release. This adjustment does not need to be extreme. Even small, mindful corrections throughout the day can prevent further stress and retrain the body to maintain a more neutral position. Visualizing the head being gently lifted as if suspended by a string can be particularly effective, as it engages the nervous system to support alignment naturally rather than through forced effort. Another important adjustment is the positioning of the phone or device itself. Holding the phone at eye level rather than at chest or lap height reduces the need to tilt the head forward. By keeping the head upright and maintaining a neutral cervical spine, the load on the neck muscles decreases, tension is minimized, and the spine stays in a more natural alignment. This simple change in habit can prevent cumulative strain and is far more effective than trying to sit up straight after hours of misalignment. Using ergonomic supports, such as phone stands or adjustable workstations, can also help maintain neutral posture and reduce the repetitive stress caused by device use. Strengthening and stretching exercises complement posture adjustments by addressing the imbalances caused by phone use. Upper back muscles, such as the rhomboids and lower trapezius, often become weakened from prolonged rounding of the shoulders. Gentle strengthening of these muscles helps pull the shoulder blades back and supports the spine's alignment. Stretching the chest and front neck muscles, which tend to shorten from forward head posture, relieves tension and allows the body to settle into a more natural position. Combining these exercises with awareness and mindful adjustments creates a comprehensive approach that addresses both the symptoms and the root causes of poor posture. The long-term impact of ignoring posture during phone use can be significant. Chronic forward head posture may contribute to degenerative changes in the cervical spine, tension headaches, jaw pain, reduced mobility, and discomfort in the upper back and shoulders. Early intervention through conscious alignment, breaks, and exercises can prevent these complications and reduce the likelihood of long-term musculoskeletal issues. Awareness, habit change, and simple ergonomic strategies are therefore essential for maintaining both immediate comfort and long-term health. Psychological and energetic effects of posture should not be overlooked. Forward head posture is associated with a collapsed chest and rounded shoulders, which can affect mood, confidence, and presence. Maintaining a neutral spine with the head aligned over the shoulders not only reduces physical strain, but also improves self-perception, energy levels, and confidence. This is why posture correction is not merely an aesthetic choice, but also a vital component of overall well-being. Finally, addressing phone-induced posture problems is about consistency and awareness. Regularly checking alignment, lifting the device, taking breaks, and performing micro-corrections throughout the day gradually retrains the nervous system to maintain a neutral posture. While one adjustment may provide immediate relief, repeated practice ensures long-term improvements. The body is remarkably responsive to small, intentional actions, and by consistently managing head and neck alignment during phone use, individuals can prevent forward head posture, reduce tension, and improve overall comfort and function while demonstrating that small, mindful interventions can have a significant impact on physical health, nervous system function, and overall quality of life as the head, neck, and shoulders gradually adopt more efficient, balanced positions, allowing for improved breathing, reduced strain, and a more upright, confident presence that persists even during long hours of device interaction. Slow, deep breaths expand the chest and help posture instantly, and this simple technique is one of the most powerful tools for realigning the body because posture and breathing are intimately connected. Most people think of posture purely in terms of skeletal alignment or muscular strength, but the way we breathe has a profound influence on the position of the spine, ribcage, shoulders, and even the neck. Shallow, rapid breathing often accompanies slouched or compressed postures, which can create tension in the chest, upper back, and shoulders. Over time, this tension becomes habitual, making it difficult to maintain upright alignment. By consciously taking slow, deep breaths that expand the chest, you activate the diaphragm, open the ribcage, and signal to the nervous system that the body can relax into a more upright, natural posture. Breathing deeply engages the diaphragm, which acts as a stabilizer for the spine and ribcage. Many people hold tension in the chest and upper back while breathing shallowly, causing the ribcage to collapse and the shoulders to round forward. This pattern contributes to slouching, forward head posture, and tightness in the upper back and neck. When you take a slow, deliberate breath, the diaphragm descends, the ribs expand outward and slightly downward, and the spine lengthens naturally. This process opens space in the chest, allows the shoulders to settle, and creates immediate support for the upper body. The physical sensation of openness and lightness is often noticeable within moments, reinforcing the connection between breath and posture. The nervous system responds quickly to slow, deep breathing. When breathing is shallow or rapid, the sympathetic nervous system, which governs stress and fight-or-flight responses, is often activated, leading to increased tension in muscles and restricted posture. By taking deep, slow breaths, the parasympathetic nervous system is engaged, signaling relaxation and allowing the muscles that were holding tension to release. This simultaneous relaxation and alignment make posture feel effortless and supported, demonstrating that breathing is not just a passive process, but an active contributor to upright, comfortable posture. Chest expansion is a key component of breath-based posture correction. When the chest opens with each inhalation, the spine has room to lengthen, and the shoulders can settle down and back naturally. Many people try to force their posture by pulling the shoulders back or arching the chest, which creates tension. Deep breathing achieves the same effect more naturally and sustainably. The act of expanding the chest through controlled inhalation creates a lifting effect that aligns the ribcage over the pelvis, supports the spine, and allows the head to balance effortlessly on top of the cervical spine. This adjustment is subtle but highly effective, producing immediate changes in posture that feel both light and stable. Breathing also influences core engagement, which is essential for supporting posture. When the diaphragm moves downward during deep inhalation, it gently engages the deep abdominal muscles, providing internal support for the spine without forcing the stomach in or creating tension. This natural engagement stabilizes the lower back and encourages proper pelvic alignment, preventing the exaggerated lumbar arch or slouching that often accompanies poor posture. The result is a posture that feels supported from the center outward, demonstrating how breath, spine, and core work together to maintain alignment. Many people underestimate how quickly breathing adjustments can impact posture. A few slow, mindful breaths can immediately change the position of the ribcage, shoulders, and spine. The body responds almost instantly to the combination of chest expansion, diaphragm engagement, and nervous system relaxation. Within moments, the head can lift slightly, the shoulders drop, and the spine feels taller and more supported. This immediate feedback reinforces the idea that posture improvement does not always require long exercises or extensive effort. Sometimes, awareness and a simple breath are enough to produce significant change. Slow, deep breaths also help counteract the postural effects of stress. Stress often leads to muscular tension, shoulder hunching, and forward head posture, which compresses the chest and restricts breathing. By intentionally breathing deeply and expanding the chest, the body receives a signal that it is safe to relax, reducing tension in the upper back, neck, and shoulders. This creates a positive feedback loop. Better breathing improves posture, which in turn allows for even deeper and more relaxed breaths. Over time, this cycle reinforces upright alignment and reduces habitual slouching caused by stress or fatigue. Integrating breath awareness into daily activities enhances posture continuously. Whether sitting at a desk, standing in line, or walking, taking a moment to inhale deeply and expand the chest realigns the ribcage over the pelvis and supports spinal length. Even small pauses for conscious breathing throughout the day reinforce the habit of upright alignment. Over time, the nervous system learns to maintain posture more naturally because it associates deep, controlled breathing with stability and support. This makes posture improvement both immediate and sustainable without forcing the muscles or creating discomfort. Breathing deeply also improves oxygenation, which enhances muscle function and overall energy. When posture is compressed and breathing is shallow, muscles receive less oxygen, contributing to fatigue and stiffness. Expanding the chest through deep inhalation increases oxygen intake, allowing the muscles that support posture to function more efficiently. This creates a sensation of lightness and vitality in the body, further encouraging upright alignment. Improved oxygenation also benefits cognitive function, mood, and overall health, demonstrating that the connection between posture and breath extends beyond structural alignment to systemic well-being. The visual effects of deep breathing on posture are often noticeable immediately. As the chest expands, the shoulders drop, the spine lengthens, and the head balances naturally over the shoulders. The body appears taller, more confident, and open. Unlike forced posture, which can look stiff or strained, posture aligned through breathing looks effortless and natural. This visual improvement reinforces the physical and psychological benefits, encouraging continued practice and integration into daily life. Combining slow, deep breathing with other posture strategies amplifies results. Relaxing the shoulders, drawing the ribs down, stacking the pelvis, and lengthening the spine in conjunction with controlled breaths creates a comprehensive approach that supports alignment from head to pelvis. Each element works together synergistically. The breath expands the chest, the spine lengthens, the pelvis stabilizes, and the shoulders relax. This integrated approach is highly effective for producing immediate, noticeable improvements in posture, while also promoting long-term, sustainable alignment habits. Breath-based posture adjustment is particularly useful for counteracting the effects of prolonged sitting or device use. Hours of looking at screens, leaning forward, or hunching over compress the chest and restrict breathing. By consciously taking slow, deep breaths, the chest reopens, the ribcage aligns, and the spine regains length. Even a few cycles of mindful breathing can undo hours of compression, making posture feel lighter, taller, and more supported. This demonstrates that posture correction can be rapid and effective when breathing is used strategically. Mindful breathing also reinforces body awareness, which is essential for maintaining good posture. By focusing on how the chest expands, the diaphragm moves, and the spine lengthens during each breath, you develop a heightened sense of how the body is positioned. This awareness allows for micro-adjustments throughout the day, preventing slouching and forward head posture before they become habitual. Over time, posture maintained through breath awareness becomes automatic, requiring minimal conscious effort while still providing support, stability, and alignment. In summary, slow, deep breaths expand the chest, engage the diaphragm, support the spine, and relax the muscles, producing immediate and significant improvements in posture. This simple technique reduces tension in the shoulders, upper back, and neck, enhances core stability, improves breathing efficiency, and promotes overall comfort and presence. By incorporating conscious, mindful breathing into daily life, the body can maintain upright, balanced alignment naturally and effortlessly, counteracting the effects of stress, device use, and fatigue while reinforcing awareness, stability, and muscular efficiency throughout the day. Breath becomes both a corrective tool and a foundation for long-term posture improvement, creating a state where the spine is supported, the ribcage is open, the shoulders are relaxed, and the nervous system recognizes the body as balanced and aligned, producing immediate physical relief, aesthetic improvement, and a sense of lightness and confidence that persists during movement, sitting, and standing, while gradually training the body to maintain upright posture naturally and efficiently, without strain, tension, or effort. Micro-adjustments throughout the day reinforce good posture naturally, and this concept is incredibly powerful because posture is not something that changes permanently from a single correction or exercise. Many people think that posture improvement requires hours of exercise, rigid sitting, or standing tall at all times. But the truth is that posture is a dynamic habit built from repeated, small, conscious adjustments. Our bodies are constantly responding to gravity, fatigue, and habitual patterns, which means that the way we hold ourselves from moment to moment determines long-term alignment. By making micro-adjustments throughout the day, whether sitting at a desk, walking, standing, or even performing routine tasks, we can train the nervous system and musculature to adopt upright, balanced posture naturally, without strain or excessive effort. These micro-adjustments work because the body responds to repeated cues of alignment. Each time the head, ribcage, or pelvis is subtly realigned, the nervous system registers the position as efficient and safe. Over time, these small, intentional corrections accumulate, gradually retraining muscles to maintain proper alignment automatically. This approach is different from forcing posture through tension or rigidity. Instead, it relies on awareness, repetition, and subtle guidance. A single adjustment may provide temporary relief or visual improvement, but consistent micro-adjustments throughout the day create lasting changes that feel effortless and natural. One of the main benefits of microadjustments is that they prevent the buildup of tension caused by prolonged poor posture. Sitting at a desk, looking at a screen, or carrying a bag on one shoulder can slowly pull the body out of alignment. Without conscious intervention, the spine, shoulders, and head gradually adopt positions that increase stress and discomfort. By making small corrections periodically, such as dropping the shoulders, lengthening the spine, or centering the pelvis, the body is reminded of its optimal alignment. These tiny resets reduce muscular strain, improve circulation, and help prevent stiffness, demonstrating that consistent, gentle attention to posture is more effective than occasional large corrections. Microadjustments also enhance proprioception, which is the body's ability to sense its position in space. Many posture problems exist because the nervous system has become accustomed to habitual slouching or imbalances, making poor alignment feel normal. By practicing frequent, small adjustments, you develop a heightened awareness of how your body is positioned. You begin to notice when the head drifts forward, the shoulders round, or the pelvis tilts, allowing you to correct posture before tension or misalignment becomes significant. Over time, this increased proprioception enables the body to maintain upright posture almost automatically, even without conscious thought. These adjustments are effective in both static and dynamic situations. While standing, microadjustments might involve subtly shifting weight evenly through both feet, centering the pelvis, or lengthening the spine. While sitting, they could include ensuring that the sit bones are grounded evenly, the ribcage is stacked over the pelvis, and the shoulders remain relaxed. Even during movement, such as walking or lifting objects, microadjustments help maintain alignment by keeping the spine and joints supported and reducing compensatory tension. This dynamic approach emphasizes that posture is not static, but an ongoing process that integrates awareness, balance, and movement. Breathing plays a complementary role in reinforcing microadjustments. When you take a slow, deep breath while making a subtle posture correction, the diaphragm engages, the chest expands, and the spine naturally lengthens. This simultaneous alignment and expansion reinforce the adjustment, making it easier to maintain. Over time, combining breath with microadjustments helps create posture habits that feel effortless and sustainable, as the body learns to associate upright alignment with stability and comfort rather than tension or strain. Microadjustments also prevent the negative effects of prolonged device use. Constantly looking down at phones, laptops, or tablets pulls the head forward, rounds the shoulders, and compresses the spine. Frequent, small corrections, such as lifting the head, lengthening the neck, and drawing the shoulders down and back, counteract these habitual positions. By integrating these adjustments into daily routines, the cumulative impact of poor posture is reduced, and the body gradually adapts to a more neutral, supported alignment. These microcorrections do not require long exercise sessions or special equipment. They are practical, subtle, and effective. The psychological benefits of microadjustments are also notable. Each time posture is corrected, even slightly, there is a tangible improvement in how the body feels and how it is perceived visually. Upright, balanced alignment communicates confidence, energy, and presence. When these small adjustments are repeated consistently, they reinforce self-awareness and the mental association between upright posture and positive physical sensations. This connection encourages continued attention to alignment, creating a feedback loop that strengthens both posture and self-perception over time. Muscle coordination improves through repeated microadjustments as well. When the body is habitually slouched or misaligned, some muscles are overworked while others are underused. By frequently realigning the head, ribcage, and pelvis, the nervous system redistributes muscular activity more efficiently. Postural muscles engage appropriately without overcompensating, while tight or overworked muscles gradually release. This balanced muscular engagement reduces fatigue, tension, and discomfort, making posture feel lighter and more effortless. The cumulative effect of these small, repeated corrections can be transformative, improving posture in ways that large, infrequent interventions cannot. Another advantage of microadjustments is that they make posture training practical and sustainable in everyday life. Unlike formal exercises that require dedicated time, microadjustments can be incorporated into existing routines. While standing in line, walking through a store, sitting at a desk, or even performing household chores, conscious, subtle corrections reinforce alignment. Because these adjustments are small and non-straining, they are more likely to be repeated consistently, producing gradual, lasting improvements. The cumulative impact of many tiny posture resets throughout the day is greater than occasional forced posture attempts, highlighting the power of incremental, mindful practice. Consistency is the key to making micro-adjustments effective. The body responds to repeated cues, and over time, these repeated, small corrections train the nervous system to recognize what proper alignment feels like. As awareness and muscle memory develop, maintaining upright, balanced posture becomes automatic rather than requiring conscious effort. This reinforces the principle that posture improvement is a gradual process, built from the accumulation of small, intentional actions rather than occasional large corrections or forceful attempts to stand up straight. Micro-adjustments also help integrate other posture techniques. For example, when practicing spinal lengthening, chest expansion, or even controlled breathing, frequent small corrections reinforce these habits and embed them into daily life. Each adjustment supports the other, creating a cohesive system where the head, ribcage, pelvis, and shoulders align naturally, muscles engage efficiently, and posture is maintained dynamically throughout the day. This integration produces results that are sustainable, functional, and effortless, emphasizing that posture is a coordinated system rather than isolated parts. Even the simplest micro-adjustments can have immediate effects. A subtle lift of the head, a gentle drawing down of the shoulders, or a centering of the pelvis can instantly relieve tension in the neck, upper back, and lower back. The visual impact is also noticeable, as the body appears taller, more confident, and balanced. These small corrections provide immediate feedback that encourages continued practice, reinforcing the idea that posture is improved one conscious moment at a time. In summary, micro-adjustments throughout the day are a foundational strategy for improving posture naturally and sustainably. They prevent the buildup of tension, enhance proprioception, strengthen muscular coordination, improve breathing, counteract device-related strain, and promote both physical and psychological benefits. By integrating frequent, subtle posture resets into daily life, the nervous system and muscles gradually internalize upright alignment, making posture feel effortless and automatic. The cumulative effect of these small, intentional actions far exceeds that of occasional rigid corrections, demonstrating that consistent awareness, subtle realignment, and gentle practice are the most effective ways to achieve long-term, natural, and functional posture that supports movement, reduces strain, enhances energy, and projects confidence while gradually training the body to maintain balance, alignment, and comfort in every activity, position, and movement throughout the day. Maintaining posture awareness throughout the day is one of the most effective strategies for creating lasting improvements, and it is surprisingly simple when approached correctly. Many people think that posture correction is limited to exercise routines or sitting and standing in a perfect position for long periods, but the truth is that the body responds most effectively to consistent, conscious reminders to realign itself. Awareness acts as the bridge between temporary adjustments and permanent postural change. The moment you notice your body slouching, your head tilting forward, or your shoulders rounding, you can gently correct these positions. This repeated process signals to the nervous system that upright, balanced posture is both achievable and natural, reinforcing the alignment habits that eventually become automatic. Integrating breathing into posture awareness further enhances its effectiveness. The simple act of taking slow, deep breaths provides immediate feedback on alignment. When the ribcage expands comfortably over the pelvis and the diaphragm engages fully, it signals to the nervous system that the body is balanced and supported. Conversely, shallow, tense breathing often accompanies slouched or compressed posture, reinforcing misalignment. By combining conscious awareness with deep, mindful breathing, the body is trained to associate upright, balanced alignment with relaxation and ease rather than tension and effort. Awareness throughout the day also counters the cumulative effects of habitual postural stress. Long periods of slouching, hunching over devices, or leaning unevenly create imbalances that gradually reinforce themselves. By remaining attentive to posture in small, repeated intervals, the body is reminded to reset into proper alignment before the stress becomes ingrained. These micro-corrections prevent the negative consequences of chronic misalignment, such as neck strain, rounded shoulders, lower back tension, and restricted breathing. The benefits are immediate, with the body feeling lighter, more open, and more comfortable, while the long-term effects build gradually as proper alignment becomes habitual. Visual cues and environmental reminders can enhance posture awareness. Placing notes on a desk, setting periodic phone alarms, or using posture-friendly devices can prompt small checks throughout the day. These cues create opportunities to pause and evaluate alignment, reinforcing the habit of conscious posture correction. Over time, the nervous system internalizes these reminders, and awareness becomes instinctive, allowing you to maintain upright, balanced posture without external prompts. Awareness combined with consistent practice creates a feedback loop that strengthens both muscular engagement and mental attention to alignment. The psychological impact of posture awareness is equally important. Conscious attention to alignment fosters a connection between body and mind. Upright, balanced posture communicates confidence, presence, and energy, which can influence mood and self-perception. When posture feels controlled but effortless, the body conveys stability and composure, enhancing both mental and physical well-being. Awareness allows you to recognize how posture affects your emotional state, energy levels, and even social interactions, creating motivation to maintain alignment throughout the day. Awareness also helps identify areas of imbalance that require targeted attention. When the head consistently drifts forward, the shoulders round, or the pelvis tilts, noticing these patterns enables you to apply specific corrections, such as drawing the shoulders down, stacking the ribcage over the pelvis, or lengthening the spine. By tracking habitual tendencies, awareness guides the application of exercises, stretches, or adjustments that address underlying postural weaknesses rather than merely treating symptoms. This targeted approach increases the efficiency and effectiveness of posture improvement efforts, ensuring that each adjustment is meaningful and impactful. The body adapts to repeated cues of awareness through neuroplasticity, which allows the nervous system to learn and reinforce new habits. Every time you notice misalignment and make a gentle correction, the nervous system encodes the sensation of proper posture. Over days and weeks, these repeated experiences create automatic responses, reducing the need for conscious effort. Eventually, upright, balanced posture becomes a default state, maintained effortlessly even during prolonged sitting, standing, or movement. This process demonstrates that lasting posture improvement is a cumulative effect of awareness and repetition rather than sudden, dramatic changes. Micro-adjustments driven by awareness also improve muscular coordination. Many postural imbalances result from some muscles overworking while others are underused. By consciously realigning the head, ribcage, pelvis, and shoulders, muscles are re-engaged appropriately, relieving tension in overactive areas and strengthening underused stabilizers. The result is a body that functions efficiently, maintains alignment naturally, and experiences less fatigue and discomfort throughout the day. Awareness thus bridges the gap between skeletal alignment and muscular balance, creating a harmonious, sustainable posture system. Awareness of posture throughout the day also improves proprioception, which is the body's innate sense of position in space. Developing this sense allows you to detect even subtle deviations from optimal alignment and correct them before tension or strain develops. Over time, enhanced proprioception ensures that posture remains upright and balanced without constant conscious thought, as the body becomes skilled at self-correcting. This heightened body awareness is a key reason why consistent attention to posture has long-term benefits beyond temporary adjustments. Even brief moments of awareness can have immediate effects. Pausing to lengthen the spine, drop the shoulders, center the pelvis, or lift the head slightly provides an instant sense of lightness, openness, and balance. These small, intentional corrections often relieve tension in the neck, upper back, and lower back, improve breathing, and create a visible sense of height and poise. The immediate feedback reinforces the habit of awareness, encouraging continued practice throughout the day. Integrating posture awareness into daily life creates a sustainable, cumulative approach to improvement. Unlike rigid exercises or forced positions that are difficult to maintain for long periods, awareness-based corrections can be applied anywhere, anytime, and in any posture. Standing, sitting, walking, or performing routine tasks all become opportunities to reinforce alignment. Each conscious adjustment strengthens the neural pathways that support upright posture, eventually leading to effortless, automatic alignment that requires minimal effort. In summary, maintaining posture awareness throughout the day is a cornerstone of lasting postural improvement. It prevents habitual misalignment, enhances proprioception, improves muscular coordination, supports breathing, and creates immediate and long-term benefits for both physical comfort and mental presence. By consistently noticing the position of the head, ribcage, pelvis, and shoulders, making small adjustments, and integrating awareness into daily activities, the body gradually internalizes upright, balanced posture. Over time, these repeated cues train the nervous system to maintain alignment automatically, reducing strain, improving function, and creating a posture that is both effortless and sustainable while promoting confidence, energy, and overall well-being through a process that combines conscious attention, subtle correction, and consistent reinforcement, resulting in a fully integrated system of alignment that persists in every activity, movement, and position throughout the day gradually, transforming posture from a conscious effort into a natural, enduring habit that supports health, stability, and presence.